Hi, the topic for today is how to teach ESL reading. When teaching ESL reading skills to second language learners, the most important concept to convey is that reading, like writing, is a process. Strong readers don't just sit down with a text, read it on once, and completely understand it. For ESL students, breaking this process down into distinct steps in an effective way to build reading comprehension. Okay, the first point is pre-reading technique. Getting reading to read is one of the most important parts of the reading process. Situating the text in terms of its genre and audience can help. ESL students approach reading with a critical mindset. Before reading the assignment asks students to thinking about the following questions to encourage them to construct a context for reading. For example, where did the material come from? Is it an excerpt from a book, a magazine, an online article, or a journal? Knowing where the material comes from tells a great deal about how the pace of writing may be regulated and its purpose. The next point is make predictions. Instructions will assist student comprehension by construing questions about the reading for students to answer before they read the assignment to the text the first time. Doing this helps students make predictions about the text and encourage critical interaction when they read. For example, if the students will be reading an article on animal rights, you may ask questions that help provide a background on the issues. How many groups of people can you think of that have strong feelings about animals? Or what are the feelings of the 10 groups toward animals? How were they similar and how were they different? Okay. The next point is introduce vocabulary. The ESL students often struggle to understand new words and phrases. Reading exercises are an ideal way for test students to expand their working vocabularies. Instructors should create a vocabulary list of important or changing words from the reading to hand and out. Students can look up the words in a dictionary and write down the definitions. The next point is first reading. Have the students read through the text on time. Their main purpose during the first reading is to achieve a working understanding of the text. After they finish reading, have them answer questions to connect the hairlines, steps, or reading process with their working understanding of the text. The next point is reading. Is after developing a work understanding of the text, students should look for the author's claims and assertion and determine if she backs the theme up effectively. Also, look for strategic choice the author makes and analyze the theme for effectiveness. For example, highlight the major points of the greeting is the note the thesis statement, the paper's main point, and the other major claims the author makes. The other point is highlight the evidence and supporting information the author provides in a different color than you used to mark major points. And the other point is mark up the text, ask questions and write comments in the margins. Okay, and the final point of this topic is final thoughts. The above process of how to teach ESL reading skills can be extended in many different directions depending on the purpose of the assignment, to the level of the student's population, etc. Students could summarize their reading or respond to be extending an aspect of their reading they find interesting. Instructions could could also ask short answers questions that further encourage critical thinking, or use the exercise as a starting point for language written assignment.